2, we will discuss the Prince2 principles. Firstly, what is a principle? And then the principles themselves will be explained. There are 7 principles which are drawn from best practice and form the foundation for the beliefs and behavior of Prince2. They are universal, meaning they are applicable to all projects. They are self-validating, meaning they are proven by several years of practice. They are validated or proven. Empowering, they give practitioners the confidence and ability to influence management of projects. They empower the team members of a Prince2 project because Prince2 is proven, so it increases the confidence, and because they know about Prince2 when they are trained, and they are able to influence the management of project. A Prince2 project must follow all the 7 principles. You might recollect that there are 4 conditions for a project to be a Prince2 project. The first condition is that it must follow all the 7 principles. The second condition, the purpose, the minimum requirements of all 7 themes must be met. So it's the minimum requirements of the themes. Third, purpose and objectives of all the 7 processes must be satisfied. And the fourth condition, a Prince2 project must be tailored to suit the project complexity, scale, etc. What are the 7 principles? Continued business justification, learn from experience, define roles and responsibilities, manage by stages, manage by exception, focus on products, tailor to suit the project. The first principle. For the exams, this is where it matters. In the exam, you will have multiple choice questions, and in the questions, it is important that you understand these concepts carefully. For example, a question could be, which of the below is connected with continued business justification principle? Therefore, you will have to understand what this principle comprises of. So let's understand in a way conducive to succeed in the exam. Principle 1, continued business justification. A Prince2 project requires continued business justification, meaning a justifiable reason for starting the project should exist. The justification is documented and approved. The justification remains valid throughout the life of the project. The chosen option must provide value for money, which means before a project can begin, there should be a reason for it. A reason could be to save cost, or to increase profit, or to increase customer satisfaction, or to create a market presence, or to improve overall quality processes within the organization. This justification has to be documented in some form. Usually it is called a business case, but it could also be called something else like a reasoning document or a project rationale or a project reason document. It needs to be approved by concerned parties within a Prince2 project. We will eventually learn that it is a project board which approves the justification. The justification remains valid throughout this life cycle. The justification is not just one time at the start. It needs to be reviewed continuously at certain predefined points or when certain major events occur, whether it is still worth investing the money to continue this project so that resources like money are not wasted. That's why we have this condition here. The chosen option must provide value for money, meaning if money is invested, time, people, resources are invested, they need to provide value. Otherwise, the investment of all these resources will be a waste. And that value is checked throughout the project, during the project. When we go to the business theme, we will go into more detail on how this principle connects with managing the justification throughout the project using the business case theme. Principle number 2, learn from experience. Lessons are sought, recorded, and acted upon throughout the life of the project. Lessons are therefore sought, recorded, and acted on when starting the project, or as the project progresses, or when the project closes. For example, in the beginning of a project, the project manager may look at lessons to learn from previous similar projects. And once the project begins, the project manager and the team will have to see ongoing lessons, meaning learning from mistakes and making sure improvement happens throughout the project. And when the project closes, key lessons from the project may be summarized in a different report and published to the management of the company, who may publish those lessons for use by other projects in future. Lessons always mean lessons with some actions and ownership for those actions which must be implemented. A lesson could be, for example, ineffective project templates. So there should be an owner assigned to improving the templates for project management, and action should be taken by a certain date. Otherwise, the lessons just remain lesson when an action is not taken.